In the past few years, I've traveled all throughout the United States. I've traveled all across the world teaching professionals how to use and implement solution-focused brief therapy with their clients. And to be honest with you, I never really considered myself a lecturer. When I was in graduate school, my singular focus was learning how to become a very qualified, efficient, and effective psychotherapist. I never thought about writing books. I never thought about doing research. I certainly never thought about giving lectures. But one of the things that sparked me to go on this journey was I just fell in love with solution-focused brief therapy, and I genuinely couldn't believe the outcomes I was getting in my practice. And that just caused a tremendous amount of passion to come from my work. It really kind of lit a fire in me. And then to discover that it wasn't just me. There were many solution-focused brief therapists around the world that were generating similar ideas, that were generating and experiencing similar outcomes, and having similar passions. And it really ignited a passion and a fire in me. And but one of the things that really disappointed me, and it's the purpose of this video really, is when I would talk to other people outside of the solution-focused community in our field, there were so many misrepresentations, so much misinformation about solution-focused brief therapy. That's actually why I started writing, it's why I started teaching, and it's why I started this journey. And I remember a few years ago, I went on YouTube and I did a search for solution-focused brief therapy, and I found a couple of good videos and things like that. I was researching for a lecture I was going to give in one of my classes. And then I found some videos that are very, very poor examples of solution-focused brief therapy. And they had like 20,000 views or more. I mean, so it was just so gut-wrenching to see all of this information that was not accurate just being shoveled out into the world, because this approach really is challenging. I think the biggest misrepresentation of all is that people confuse the simplicity of solution-focused brief therapy with it being easy. But trust me, something that is simple is not necessarily easy. In fact, a few people recently made a comment, or different comments actually, on a Facebook post, on one of my posts on Facebook, saying that solution-focused brief therapy actually isn't that hard. Well, the only way that someone could say that is if they misunderstand this approach, have spent years mastering this language, or they're not actually doing it. And let me explain what I mean by actually doing it. When you're working with a client who has a real struggle and a real problem, and you start the session doing solution-focused brief therapy, and you continue the process throughout the session, that's hard. I don't care, that's just hard. It takes some of us years and years and years of practice to be able to master the art of asking questions that lead towards responses that help the client create change. So when people have this idea that solution-focused brief therapy is easy, I think it stems from the fact that it's simple. But this approach is not easy, and we need to humble ourselves so that we can learn it. So I'm going to keep teaching. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to keep spreading this word, because there's clearly still ideas out there that are misunderstood, being misrepresented, and causing people to have a difficult time learning solution-focused brief therapy. But I guess the message of this video is really understand that solution-focused brief therapy is quite simple. And in fact, I agree with anybody who says it's not hard to learn. But it is difficult to have a solution-focused conversation with a client who is experiencing significant troubles that helps that client move on from those troubles in a profound way. And that's why there are people like myself, Brief in London, some other people in Europe and South Africa, and all over the place, teaching this approach, because this approach has profound impact in people's lives, and I'm as motivated as ever to let people know the real, true essence of the solution-focused approach. So thanks for watching my video. If you're watching this clip any other place other than my website, which is elliottconnie.com, shoot on over there, like this video, share this video, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think, and happy solutioning, everybody.